Peace to man, woman, and child. It's Paul Lipsey, Tribe, the family. With Paul Lipsey, I started off Staten Island, born in Staten Island. Came up pretty much when hip hop was still in the parks. You know what I'm saying? Force MCs, which the world knows as the Force MDs, was a huge influence on the whole island. So we actually got to see them practicing and using their routines on us before they went and battled other MCs and all that in groups across the city. So that was my first exposure, you know. And then moving to Jersey got me to the point where I actually started playing instruments, 5th grade. You know, learning the theory of music and things like that. So thinking around high school, got to the point where I started rhyming with the help of my aunt, who actually was helping, you know, get her rhythm off basically. And started rhyming in probably like 1991, 92. I was on my first joint. I started doing record reviews with Source Magazine around that time also. So first review I did was actually Common Sense's album, Can I Borrow a Dollar, for Source Magazine. And as well as Dougie Fresh's album, Doing What I Gotta Do, the first album they had with Miss Jones. 92, came out with a song called Pass the Mic with me, Percy P, King Sun, Rich Nice, man Ram Slam put it together with a couple others. Did Alright, underground song. Did Stretching Bobito thing, was on BLS 107.5. So 94, well, you know, 93 I got caught up in some legal situations and fighting the case back and forth. 94, me and my man ended up releasing a maxi single. So that maxi single was our first independent venture. We actually signed to an independent label, and they hesitated on giving us a video, so we had a meeting and gave them an ultimatum. So either you do the video or give us our release papers. So got our release papers and did the project ourselves. And come 96, I would say, when I came home from jail, that's when I started producing. So I was already playing instruments, but I never got into production until like 96. And within 2 years, I did about 4, 5 full-length albums worth of material for different artists, as well as compilation albums. 1999, I released my first solo album called To Whom It May Concern. I did all the production on it. And then a couple of years after that, I released my second album called To Be Exact. All independent. I was down south for about 10 years between Georgia and Virginia. And that's pretty much where I got the independent mind state. So I've just been back home up in New York for the last couple of years. And TRIBE stands for To Relate in Beautiful Energy. And it's my organization, and we're pretty much at a situation right now where we're self-contained. So anything that we need in this industry, we already have within ourselves. And that's something that I was blessed to have. In 1990, 91, I linked up with Rakim Allah from Eric B and Rakim. So that was made through a mutual friend of ours, and he took me under his wing and got me to the point where he set up meetings with people. And one meeting he set up was with Leo Coleman, who is with Warner Music Group right now. So peace to Leo, because we had a 1 hour meeting. I was blessed to where I gave him my music and was just able to just sit there and watch. He was still with Rush Management, and the information he gave me there was helped me to this day. So I definitely want to, you know, show love to Leo Coleman and Reggie Dennis from The Source, Matty C, you know, one of the brothers that helped sign Big Pun. You know what I'm saying? All these brothers helped me. Rich Nice, you know what I'm saying? He was A&R for Track Masters when they signed 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? These are all people that helped me get to this point. So definitely want to, you know, send a shout out to y'all. So right now what we doing is, you know, as an organization with Tribe, you know, we got artists in different states, and we're actually about to launch a TV site, and God willing, we're launching this music competition coming soon. I released my latest project on January 1st called Who's Paul Lipsey Volume 1. And as of this day, we over 14,000 listens and over 6,000 downloads since January 1st. And I haven't even done my first video yet, so this is something that you know, is definitely my best project so far, and I guess once y'all see the videos, y'all be the judge yourself. I got another project coming in June with a producer in Germany called K the Overseas Kid. That's a project with just me and him, and that's an overseas project. You know, we got a tour scheduled right now for September, and that's going to be overseas, UK and Germany. So we're going to have some of your favorite rappers there, also headlining the tour in different venues. So we got a whole lot of things coming, so definitely stay tuned. Called Lipsey, TRIBE. What does it mean to be an MC in 2010? I mean, you know, there's two ways to look at it. If you're a new MC, I would say definitely, it's definitely back to the independent game. You know, it's back to being in the hands of the artist. You know, so you can actually release your own music yourself and let a label come to you. But in the meantime, you can build up your own clientele to where you can make a living and still build up your catalog to where, you know, you can still make a living, still get your music out, but still when it comes time to go to that majors level, you'll have a lot more leverage. Now, from my perspective, being in it for as many years as I've been, it's different because now in 2010 it allowed me to incorporate a lot of things over the internet. So a lot of the businesses that I normally had to do face-to-face before years ago, now it's all consolidated. You know, so now there's a lot of things that we're doing, even in the physical realm. We have a store, you know, we have a clothing store in the Bronx, and that we have, you know, that we can also just incorporate internet-wise. You know, as an artist, I don't need the industry for anything. I produce myself, everything we do. So anything I need a label for is probably distribution. You know, and that's just only if I don't want to have to take the time and do the groundwork ourselves. But right now, you know, it's different. So everything is back to the independent grind. The power's getting back into the independent labels, you know, and the artist. So you could be an artist and pay $300, set up your own company, make sure your music is right, and start building your own clientele. Start with 100 people. You know, 100 people, depending on your market. Some markets, they paying $10 for CDs, some they paying $5. So you got 100 people, you got $5 a CD, you making $500 gross, and you do that on a monthly basis to start. A couple of months it doubles, and then it doubles, and it doubles. So that's the key right there. But in the meantime, you're saving money because you're not hanging out, you're not going out to clubs. All that time you spend doing all that, you in the house building, and you're saving money. So as you're saving money, you're doing what you have to do, you're still making your living, and then when it's all said and done within a year, you got money that you stash, you got your clientele, and now you're at the point where you can do what you want to do. And you can do that all within a year. So we are already in, 3 months within the new year. By the end of this year, an artist can right now take their destiny into their own hands. Storytelling wise, my process, everything I do is from my personal experience, either directly or indirectly. So it could be either me watching a program and paraphrasing that whole program into something. So everything, it'll start from a thought, it can start from a conversation, but the story always starts in my mind from beginning to end before I even start writing. So you get your beginning already in your head. You know what the middle's going for. You know what the end is going for. So if you already know your song got 3 verses, you already know you got it narrowed down now. My first verse it's only going to go up to a certain point. My second verse is only going to go up to a certain point, and I know how it's going to end. So from my second verse to the end, I already know how to finish it off. So the story, it always got to be complete in my head first. Like I got to visualize it. So that way when you're writing, it's a lot easier. You don't have writer's block because you already know the story. Only thing you're doing is just writing it out. And you know, a lot of times you don't even have to have a beat. You know, a lot of times it could just be just a lot of just acapella, or just thinking. It could be just a thought. You're thinking of a story, and then the
grind. It doesn't matter what's said. Gotta keep moving forward in order to get ahead. The grind.